Look, I've spent a lot of time with people who get their hands dirty. People who build things, people who fix things, and make this country run. And when you get right down to it, a fighter jet is a machine. A very complicated, very expensive, and very fast machine, but a machine nonetheless. But it's also something more. It's a story. It's a story of innovation, of courage, and of smart people doing dirty work to solve incredibly tough problems. We start with little more than fabric wings and end with a flying computer that can disappear from radar. It's a heck of a tale, and it's worth telling. Let's get one thing straight. The first airplanes weren't built for fighting, they were built for looking. In World War I, they were perfect for spying. It was all very civilized at first. It wasn't long before someone decided waving wasn't enough. Pistols, then rifles, pot shots in the sky. Roland Garros bolted steel plates to deflect bullets. Then Fokker built a synchronization gear. The true fighter was born. America's first real action? The Curtiss JN-4, the Jenny. US pilots also flew French Spads, wood, fabric, and wire, open cockpits, unreliable engines, freezing, terrifying. Pioneers like Eddie Rickenbacker wrote the book as they flew. A dogfight was a messy swirl of canvas and smoke, fragile, underpowered, and guns that jammed constantly. Yet they laid the foundation for everything to come, the first messy draft of a story just getting started. After the First War, things went quiet, but engineers kept tinkering. Wood and fabric gave way to metal, enclosed cockpits, bigger, more powerful, more reliable engines. When WA-2 kicked off, the airplane was front and center. Curtiss P-40 Warhawk, tough, rugged, a workhorse with the Flying Tigers. The P-47 Jug, huge, heavily armed, could take a beating. P-38, twin booms, nose-mounted firepower. North American P-51 Mustang, beautiful, fast, deadly. Its secret weapon was range, all the way to Berlin and back. Meet German fighters on their turf, beat them, and still get home. The skies were swept clear. The Mustang was simply the right tool for a very dirty, very necessary job. The war's end revealed the future, the Me-262, the first operational jet fighter. It was so much faster it felt like another dimension. Propellers were yesterday's news. The jet engine was powerful and thirsty, temperamental and complex. Early American jets like the P-80 were a massive leap in speed, a handful for piston-era crews. Speeds climbed, altitudes rose, the rules were rewritten. Over Korea, the F-86 Sabre squared off against the MiG-15, the first large-scale jet-versus-jet combat. The MiG climbed faster and hit harder. The Sabre had a steadier gun platform, high-speed stability, and exceptional combat-seasoned pilots. Brutally fast fights, seconds long, less looping, more slashing. F-86 pilots dominated MiG Alley with a 10-to-1 kill ratio. The jet age had arrived, loud, fast, and unforgiving. After Korea, the goal became clear: be faster than sound. The Century Series, F-100, F-104, F-105, manned rockets. The F-104, the missile with a man in it. Tiny wings, long powerful fuselage built for straight-line speed. In a nuclear-tinged era, interceptors would scream skyward to kill bombers beyond visual range with missiles. Vietnam delivered a harsh lesson. The F-4, a twin-engine monster, lacked an internal gun at first. Missiles often failed to lock or missed. Pilots had to get close, and needed guns. You can't engineer your way out of every fight. You still need adaptable pilots and aircraft that can handle the messy reality of close combat. Vietnam's lessons led to a revolution. True air superiority fighters, the Teen Series, F-14 Tomcat, F-15 Eagle, F-16 Fighting Falcon, and F-A-18 Hornet. Not a pound for air-to-ground. A purebred built to hunt other aircraft. Powerful radar, advanced missiles, and raw performance to outfly the best. For decades, the F-15 ruled, over 100 air-to-air victories with 0 losses. The F-16 was small, nimble, fly-by-wire, inherently unstable, which made it incredibly agile, with a bubble canopy that saw everything. Together, Eagle and Falcon defined American air power, the heavy hitter and the nimble brawler. Back to basics after Vietnam, these jets handled any dirty job the sky could throw at them better than anyone else. For decades it was higher and faster, until a new idea: what if they couldn't see you? A radical program took shape in the desert, top secret. The first operational stealth aircraft, the F-117, all sharp angles, seemingly impossible, but invisible to radar. Its angles deflected radar energy away, vanishing from screens. In Panama and Desert Storm, it was a ghost, slipping in, striking and gone. Speed and agility still mattered. But the key question became, can they see you? Making a stealth fighter meant marrying invisibility with world-class maneuvering, requiring breakthroughs in computing, materials, and aerodynamics. Trial and error, building something no one had built before. All that dirty work set the stage for the next generation of American air dominance. The culmination was the F-22 Raptor, the first fifth-generation fighter. It fused F-117 stealth with F-15 power, and added far more. The Raptor can supercruise, supersonic without afterburner, patrolling vast areas unseen. The ultimate hunter. The real magic? Brains. These jets are flying supercomputers packed with sensors. They fuse data from the air, the ground, and friendly forces into a simple picture. The F-35 takes it further. A stealthy multi-role fighter for Air Force, Navy, and Marines. Distributed aperture lets pilots see through the jet. Godlike situational awareness. Less stick and rudder brawler, more quarterback and network admin. Managing information, making decisions, striking unseen. From wood and fabric at 100 miles an hour to flying computers that vanish from radar. P-51 Mustang, F-86 Sabre, F-15 Eagle, F-22 Raptor, each a leap forward, driven by need, to solve problems, gain an edge, and protect those on the ground. For over 75 years, U.S. fighters have secured the sky, the foundation of modern warfare. Sixth-generation ideas emerge, optionally manned jets, loyal wingman drones, more networking, artificial intelligence, perhaps directed energy weapons. In the end, it's about people, who design, build, maintain, and fly them. The human element turns metal into the tip of the spear. American fighter jets are the story of solving one hard problem after another, a job that's never truly done.